First off, you should absolutely be dead. Our talk saved you. It absorbed the brunt of Tuatha's attack. But now I can't see your past or your future. Honestly, it's given me such a headache.
No, you still have one. You seem to still remember who you are. You seem to have memories. That means it happened. It's not even like it was erased. It's like you never existed. It means you have the most exciting future. Most of us are bound, at least partially, by fate. You have no fate. Your future is entirely yours to control. The present seems to be normal. When I use my sight, I can see you recovering on my bed. I can see you here, now. But I don't know what you're about to do next. I can't picture you eating the soup Barath is about to bring you. There's just nothing. No. You haven't been replaced in your own story. The strange thing is, there isn't even a void there. You're conspicuously missing. You used to be there, I think. I'm not sure. Not exactly, no. Not that I can recall. I've been wrong before, when something or someone powerful managed to alter the timeline. I did not see King Ith or Talacin's deaths. Neither was meant to happen. But when you're dealing with gods, expect the unexpected, I suppose. We need to speak to Amagin. That's more within his domain as a druid.
Old family recipe. I hope you like turnip greens. How are you feeling? My soup shouldn't dim your spirits too much. Eat up. So, what's the plan?
It's time to pay our old buddy Amagin a visit.
Oh, I knew that was coming, but I didn't want to say it.
Some things are inescapable, my dear.
No, I think I'll pass. I know I can't control my destiny, but I can at least avoid my past.
Amagin reminds him of events that aren't mine to discuss. It's not Amagin specifically. It's druids, in general. I've probably said too much, but I wouldn't recommend asking Barath either. Some stories are best told at the discretion of the storyteller, as opposed to on command. Oh, you are so kind, you sweet thing. No, I'm fine. I haven't seen Barath help someone like this in a long time, though. Oh, he is a fine cook. I need him to examine you, feel your energy. He's been distracted since the events of the last month. Understandably so. We've all been. But he doesn't know you're awake. He's not yet aware of what you've possibly become. The Maurian Otherworld. Home. Our dark home. I tend to spend very little time here, unless I'm in my own quarters. When you can see reality side by side, there's something comforting in expecting a sunset and a sunrise. No two look exactly the same. There's always a glimmer of a colour, a flash of light, the presence of a single wisp of a cloud to keep you grounded in the present moment. Down here, nothing changes. Well, not for the Maurians, anyway. The Formorians eat each other sometimes. Keeps things interesting.
I think I should go talk to Brath. Travelling with you would be good for him. Hopefully I can help him see that. If I can convince Brath, I'll tell him to meet you in the Formorian underworld, on the other side of the Gate of Exile. In the meantime, you should have a look around. Maybe give the Golden Market a visit. I knew you couldn't resist my persuasive charms for long. Are you certain that joining our cause is what you want?
Oh, yes, of course.
Excellent. That calms my remaining nerves. I always trust you to walk the right path.
This is what I do.
We call our part of this realm the Otherworld, but Fomorians call this the Underworld. I can't say I blame them. It's not great. Like I told you before, the Fomorians once ruled Ireland, but then they partnered with Lug, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world. They were banished here, and have been rotting in this hole ever since.
Hey, visitors! Fancy visitors. I like your dress.
And you are?
I'm Delba, youngest daughter of King Zerion, certified underworld tour guide.
You're a what now?
Tour guide for all the people who come here to learn about the Fomorian culture and way of life. Nope. You're my first ones. I'm so happy you're here. I promise to be very thorough.
Sure, thank you. How long have you been doing this?
Not too long at all, about 12 years. The angry druid guy. Yeah, he's fighting with my dad again. I tried to give him a tour, and he told me to shut up.
What an asshole, right? Right?
The absolute worst.
Darling, I think we're going to get along just fine.
Probably all the cannibalism. Let me try that again. There's a lot of rotting flesh around due to how we rip off limbs and eat them sometimes. Well, shit. Looks like the tiny druid guy pissed off my dad.
You mean Amagin?
Yes,
He is tiny, isn't he?
the tiniest.
I think you better take us to our friend now.
I will not permit you to do this any longer. I am tortured enough without your insolence.
Well, if you insist on being that way, I'll have to cause you pain without asking next time.
Silence, you worm!
Look, not all druids can turn into animals. And if I did...
Seriously, Amagin, what are you doing?
Perfect! My other favorite person in the world.
I better be. Look,
You did it. You did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or me?
Barath, how excellent to see you. It's been far too long.
I disagree. Stop ignoring me! I will use your bones as toothpicks!
Hey, Dad! Look, tourists.
Those aren't tourists, Delba. That's the seer.
But she's not alone. This one here. Maybe they actually care about the plight of the Fomorians?
Do you
Do you want to know more about us? The Tuatha decided they had enough of my people. They slaughtered most of us and sent the rest of us to the underworld to writhe in pain and agony for the rest of our days. The Tuatha have always been evil. You're but the most recent to taste their wrath. It was the Tuatha who put us here in the first place. You've seen their fury. Would you invite it in? I thought not. Me? Rarely. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die. No, that had nothing to do with us. The Tuatha slaughtered all full-blooded Fomorians with magical abilities when they banished us here. Only half-bloods can wield magic now. Whatever you saw may have harnessed old curses left in our lands, but none of my people controlled it. That being said, it is not our magic, nor does it belong to the Tuatha. Magic knows no master. It is a conduit to a realm of wild and unstable energies. If anything, we are slaves to it. Good. My turn. Even trapped here, even blinded, I am one of the most powerful creatures on Earth. I sensed what the Tuatha said to you, what they did. Yours will be a life of power, I think. A few moments of helplessness will not hurt you. Interesting. You are detached from the timeline. They called you Spain. A name that does not belong to you. Now bound to you in chains, poor mortal. Your destiny was stolen from you, in every way that matters. You died on that beach. You told them you were free? No. They are a slave. A hammer that will shatter history, wielded by an unseen hand.
Enough!
Powerful as Everseer, and yet, when it comes to the Spain, you are as blind as me. You may go, if you keep me informed of developments in the situation. I will agree to the Druid's terms, and allow you to use the gateway from my realm back to his home.
What?
Is that how you travel down here so quickly?
I thought you knew my house was just above his head.
You've been torturing the poor man?
He's not a man, he's a Fomorian.
This is why I hate druids.
Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, and one more thing. You must take my daughter Delba with you to the surface.
Holy shit! Yes!
Now, leave my sight!
And in the end, it all came down to information. What did I tell you, Am?
Today can go die in a fire.
Speaking of fire, how's that surface world of yours doing?
Oh, everything is terrible. The corruption has spread across multiple species now, and rumors are spreading that some humans have fallen into its grasp.
It seems that Urko and his pervasive aura of impending doom are to be permanent fixtures in this land. Lovely.
And on top of everything else, by the time Prince Lugade returned, someone else had already claimed the throne.
Who?
Tarlok.
Oh, fuck.
He had been one of King Ith's advisors, until he was unceremoniously fired for being a massive twat.
That's saying something.
It really is. Is Lugade not king?
No. Those still here in Kaltia assumed that Ireland was a total loss and chose Tarlok before Lugade returned. Queen Ascota has been beside herself. She fled to the forests. Lugade's supporters have an encampment there now.
I suppose it's damage control on the surface, then.
If I help you, do you think more people will start to like the Fomorians?
It's quite likely that most people will run from you in terror.
That's okay, I'm used to it. The single eye thing freaks people out.
I do not understand how I got roped into this.
Too bad, Berry darling. It's surface time. Come, Torchbearer. We have a world to save.
Welcome home, my friend. Is the surface world the paradise you've been dreaming about?
I haven't been above in... It has to be almost a century now. It's colder than I remembered.
That tower has been lighting the way for as long as anyone can remember. Your father, Delbo, his throne is located directly underneath, connecting our two worlds, illuminating the way home.
Poetic way to describe imprisoning someone against their will.
Thank you.
Those were definitely not here the last time I was on the surface.
No, those were new. Completely new. They're like nothing I've ever seen before, anywhere in time. Except... Imogen. The look in their eyes. It was like...
Inisfeo. I know.
You don't think... Apparently not.
This is a nightmare.
Good question. Any insights, Seer?
My best guess is that the underworld guarded us from this... corruption. Yet, I admit that's only a guess, darlings. I'm not certain.
It seems to be magic, but its power is beyond anything I have studied. And I have read every book in the Druids' College at least once.
Well, you both need to go back to class.
I generally find that deeply insulting. But alas, we're all out of our depth.
The situation does not seem promising.
There were controlled fires burning in the woods. Someone at least moderately capable of cognition must have lit them.
You know, I'm not normally pessimistic, but I do not find forces of nature like fires to be a calming fact right now.
Ah, yes, ever the optimist. That's why you want to control all the elements yourself.
I have no interest in arguing the politics of magic theory with you.
Your very existence as a druid is inherently political.
Stop. Both of you.
Fine. We shall put that discussion on hold until we find at least a few other survivors. Magic works in mysterious ways. There are flows of time that no mortal or immortal was meant to ever understand, let alone tamper with.
You believe someone tampered with it?
It's difficult for me to accept this could have happened any other way. When we visited the Tuatha De Danann, something broke. Not just you. You know that you've been untethered from time. But the entire flow of eternity has shifted, like a river diverted.
The magic I draw upon for my spells feels different.
You are pulling from a stream that was never meant to exist, full of stones and roots instead of a soft bed.
Unhand me, you cretins, or be prepared for an unfair fight!
Heraclius!
Greetings! Come join me in my glory!
You're alive! And you seem...
He seems normal.
Normal might be a strong word.
Ha ha! True! I'm better than normal. I feel amazing. Ever since I returned from Ireland, there have been so many of these assholes ready for me to fight. It's been my dream come true.
I like this guy.
Who else survived?
A full boat of us, led by Prince Lugade. He was badly injured, but he led us through the crisis like a true king. I think he aged a decade that morning.
About time.
Get back to me about how you feel when you lose your title, your father, and just about everyone else you've ever known in one day.
I never knew my parents.
Stop squabbling like children! Heraclius, where is everyone?
Scattered, the Queen and Prince have been overthrown by one of King Ith's minor advisors, Tarlock.
That opportunistic piece of shit.
I remain loyal to the royal family. They're hiding in the woods along the coastline.
The fires.
Yes. Tarlock, the usurper, is scheduled to give a speech at the Palace at dawn. They sent me to observe.
Then we're coming with you.
We have so many questions for you.
An asshole?
I've disliked the man since I met him about 5 years ago. Narcissistic, cunning, well-liked, and not particularly intelligent. A dangerous combination. He helped run King Ith's court as an advisor, often communicating the king's intentions to the people.
Lugade is young and has a lot of learning to do. But he reminds me of myself at his age. I truly believe he could become a great ruler in time, if he's allowed to do so. His mother, Queen Escota, is a great politician. Plus, she's gorgeous, and now single.
Do you have any respect?
What? It's true!
Maybe I don't like this guy.
Not enough for me to work up a sweat.
They're people, Heraclius, not animals. They have loved ones.
Not anymore.
How many?
About half the population. I've been a mercenary for over a decade, and I've never seen a battle like that. We were thoroughly outmatched. It hurt my pride.
I wonder if my father heard us thumping around up here.
I would assume that he's a bit distracted by all your siblings nibbling on his limbs.
Good point!
What the fuck?
My father regenerates, so he lets us eat him for breakfast.
He has the bravery of Zeus.
Maybe convincing the humans that Fomorians should be allowed on the surface won't be as impossible as I thought.
We must go to the palace.
My people! My friends! Today marks the beginning of a new age of independence, of glory, of freedom. I know you are all excited. I am excited too. This is what we have deserved for generations. A nation of Celts, ruled by the Celts, for the Celts. Under my rule, you will be my priority. All others will be secondary. No more monsters. No more beasts. No more foreigners. And no more foreign queens. Did you really want a son of Egypt to sit on the throne? No. You need a Celt. That is why, from today, we begin a new dynasty, continued by my daughter, the Princess Tiana. Your king is dead. Long live the king! Silence! It appears that our festivities have attracted some unwelcome guests.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Father, you agreed that once you were king, we would not use any magic.
It worked, did it not?
That man is dead!
And the crowd is alive.
I cannot allow you to do this.
I don't need your permission, child.
Then you have lost my support.
You're giving up your chance to be a queen.
Do not be so certain. Come, Brig. We're done here.
Do you see what these outsiders make us do? They turn us against each other. Father against daughter. Druid against druid. We shall not let it stand. Destroy them.
That bastard! The crowd is going to kill us. Imogen, get everyone out of here.
What? We're 6 people. Are you crazy?
Shut up and do it!
I'll try, but it'll take some time. It's not that easy, you know.
Someone should tell Prince Lugade what Tarlok did.
I'll go with you. We need allies, even ones like him. Nazeja, where are you going?
Home.
You must be joking.
Annoyingly, Tarlok's daughter Tiana was right. Magic is corrupted. None of us should be using it on the surface.
That won't stop me.
Then be careful. But don't come running to me when hubris bites you in the ass.
I agree. Plus, it's harder to punch gods. They're wily.
Either way, darlings, we need to ally every race and hillfort against a common foe.
Only King Ith could have done that.
Agreed. And he will.
What?
Behold, the Miller Spanier, the immortal killer of gods, the blade of vengeance.
Everyone loved King Ith. If we paint you as our best chance against the gods that murdered him, this might work.
I don't understand what's happening, but I love it.
Right then. We need to get your name out there and spread the word across Kaltia. But how?
With a symbol of hope, of course.
Good to see you again. Is there anything I can help you with? Are you sure? You'll need to relearn all your abilities. All right. Come back if you change your mind.
Hello. I've been thinking. Dangerous, I know. This whole business of you being untethered from time reminded me of a place I heard about while I was still a young student. Cave of Eternity. Rumor has it that if a powerful druid defeats the cave trials, they'll unlock the secrets of time. I happen to be a powerful druid, so I thought I should give it a try. I'm also hoping this will get the college to reinstate me as High Druid. Well, not all of us suddenly become untethered thanks to a tool. Alas, no. That whole of... Fine, So, are you ready to travel to the Cave of Eternity yet? Or should I keep pretending I'm not anxiously pacing until you say yes? I love it when you see reason. So, I love it when you see reason.
Good to see you again. Is there anything All right. Come back if...
Oh, hello. Sorry, the ocean, it's strange. Yes, I've been, but that's a shame.
So, I love it when you see reason. So, are you ready? I love... Shall...
The prince will be thrilled that you're here.
I wish I could say the same.
Cheer up. You're far too young to be a grumpy wizard.
I am a druid.
Whatever, wizard.
I hope that some time with Prince Lugade and Queen Escata will help you see why the true heir needs to return to the throne.
Majestic, isn't it? The legends say those waters are the tears of an ancient princess who was unable to be with the man she loved. It's quite a youthful fantasy to entertain spending that kind of energy crying over someone you never even got to hold.
Lady Khaldun.
Master Amagan, where in Duart have you been? We took you for dead.
You were close.
I've been our primary contact with the Druids in your absence. But the situation has worsened. Tarlok.
We know. We were there for his coronation.
That remains a sensitive subject, especially with my son.
You only have to take these herbs for 3 more days. Then, your pain should subside.
The herbs are what hurt. Feels like my stomach is collapsing.
They'll minimize scarring.
I don't care. Tarlok and Tiana are out stealing my country. Corruptions are wandering the hills, murdering my people.
Tarlok has turned the people against us.
You, from the beach. Tell me, have they turned against us? Then I belong in this land. I am a Celt.
Not to them. They're still your...
Which means I have a responsibility.
You've become a different person this past month.
I'd like to think so. But you've been around me every day. Do you think I'm more capable? Trauma's a swift teacher. This was... Okay. How do I...